Someone please explain this to me. When you're in a country that you don't want to deport you, why would you then burn the flag of that country and then fly the flag of the country that you supposedly don't want to be deported to on the streets of the country that you supposedly want to be a part of? Does that make sense to anybody else? Because that's exactly what is going on in numerous US cities across America. Let's get into it. Welcome to my channel, Outspoken Samantha. I appreciate you being here. Do me a couple favors, hit the thumbs up button, become a subscriber if you're not already, and turn on your notifications so that you never miss out on a conversation like the one we're about to have. So I think once the world turned upside down during COVID, it never turned right side up again, because as things stand and as it's been since then, up is down is up, right is wrong, and evil is good. And apparently the way to protest against a government deporting you is to burn the flag of that country as a way to send a message that they should let you stay in it. At least that's what anti-ICE protesters across the US seem to think. Now, of course, it's your right to disapprove of the things that Trump is doing, to not enjoy these deportation orders. You don't have to agree with him. And obviously that means that you are somebody that is against the law, and you cannot in any seriousness ever repeat the phrase, "No one is above the law," ever again and be taken seriously, because clearly that's not what you believe. But it is a free country, and you are allowed to think and say and even demonstrate in a way that shows what you believe in public, as long as you do it peacefully. However, is it just me, or does it seem like it might be a little bit counterproductive to your cause to take to the streets, wreak havoc on innocent people, burn the American flag, attack our law enforcement, which just demonstrates that you truly are against our laws, both national and local, and then fly the flag of the country that you claim was too crappy for you to live in, and then expect the country whose flag you just burned to allow you to stay? Again, how does that make sense at all? That would be like you coming into my home, telling me how much better my home is than yours, and as a means of persuading me to allow you to live here or to take my home, you block my doorway and set my living room on fire. That wouldn't fly, because if you did that, I'd call the police and have you arrested. So let's look at what these rocket scientists have been up to across the US as they protest our immigration laws by breaking laws like vandalism and assault. This is in Glendale, Arizona, where they decided to steal a police car. Way to make your point, guys. This one was in Los Angeles, where protesters decided to start launching things at police officers. And what would a protest be without thousands of angry, liberal, entitled brats blocking the freeway and not allowing innocent people to go about their daily lives? And I just really hope that there were no medical vehicles that needed to get through this deranged crowd. And then, of course, nothing says, "Let me stay in your country," like setting your national flag on fire. And then, of course, we have this gal holding a sign that says, "My parents work harder than your president," to which I would say, ma'am, if you hate this president so much, then you should leave. Because apparently your parents left your country because of how badly your country is run by that president. And then we have these guys standing out here with signs that say raids are inhumane. Oh, human trafficking is inhumane. Child labor is inhumane. Fentanyl deaths are inhumane. Torturing women and children is inhumane. Losing 340,000 children is inhumane. And allowing widespread breaking of the law is what has made all of those things happen in the last few years at unprecedented levels. And if any of these people really cared about inhumanity, they would want the law to be enforced so that it severely minimizes the power of the cartels who make millions by exploiting the most vulnerable people. These protests are actually in favor of marginalizing communities. They work against minorities. You are the one causing harm to your people, not Trump, not conservatives, not ICE. But let's be clear, we are all aware that there are amazing people that come to America from all over the world. Good people who we can take seriously when they say that they want a better life because they did things the right way. They went through the legal process. They demonstrated respect for our laws and an appreciation for being able to come here. All of the things that every single one of the people in these protests do not stand for. And it's good people in your communities that you are hurting, like this gal.
Congratulations. Congratulations to all the Latinos in Atlanta, Georgia, who were protesting. Congratulations. Because of your behavior, you guys managed to get the whole world to look at us like, congratulations, you did it.
Since these orders have been progressing, I have seen so many videos from Mexican Americans, not all, but some, asking, why do Americans hate Mexicans? And they ask that question because they think for some reason that enforcing immigration laws means that we hate them, which shows again how effective the brainwashing of the propagandist media has been, because we don't hate Mexicans. We don't hate Asians. In fact, this gal explained exactly how a lot of us feel every time we hear that someone from another country has officially become a US citizen.
A lot of people know this about Americans, but we love watching the little ceremonies where people become naturalized citizens, where they say the oath of allegiance, they get their little American flag, their little Constitution, Bill of Rights. We love that shit. Like, my heart, it pulls at our heartstrings.
And this is absolutely true because we are well aware of how much hard work and perseverance it takes to make that happen. So we are not against immigrants. We are not against immigration. We just want you to do it legally. I grew up in Canada. I have dual citizenship, but my mom is from Canada and she does live in the US, but she's here as a permanent legal resident. So it's ridiculous to look at any of these laws and say that is a personal attack against me and my family. No. The laws protect the land, they preserve our resources, and they protect people who abide by the law. And I just want to go through a couple of other narratives that I've seen. I've seen a lot of people asking why we're punishing people just for wanting a better life, which again just shows the efficacy of the propagandist media, because that's never been a punishable offense. There is nowhere written in any code of law anywhere that says wanting a better life must be punished. The only reason you are legally punished is when you break a law. Wanting a better life is not a legal immigration status. There is no wants a better life visa or ID card. Just like stealing a pair of shoes because you want them and can't afford them or don't want to wait to work for them does not absolve you from the punishment of taking something that you didn't pay for. I don't know how else to explain it. I also keep seeing videos of people saying that a lot of immigrants bypass the system because it's too expensive, or it takes too long, or there are too many applicants, etc. Well, first of all, it doesn't matter. If we let every single person on the planet bypass our laws just because America is a better country, what do you think our country is going to look like in a very short period of time? America won't be a better place for anyone. It'll look exactly like the places that people are escaping, because we can't sustain every single person that wants to come here without plunging everyone into poverty, starvation, and lawlessness. It is your job to make your country better. Also, the reason that things are taking far longer than they ever have is because now we have to deal with millions of people who have come here illegally and clean up this massive mess. If this mess wasn't created, things would be a lot easier and we could put our energy and focus into fixing the system, so maybe it's not so expensive, or maybe it doesn't take as long, or maybe we could figure out more programs for people to come here to achieve that better life. We can't do any of those things while we are in chaos, and the chaos has been created by the policies that the people screaming in the streets voted for. They caused this, and now they're protesting against the results of the policies that they supported. And we're just going to end on this note because this guy always has a humorous way of putting things.
If you do not legally belong in our country, why should we care about your opinions? Pick up your birth certificate and walk with me. Long story short, it's time for some of y'all to go home. America is becoming the United States of Section 8, and we do not have enough resources to take in everybody and their bald-headed mothers. I understand some of y'all are fleeing some crazy governments, but y'all need to either figure that out or get in line to get your papers like the legal immigrants did. And don't tell me that the process takes too long. It takes too long because we're so busy dealing with the goofy people who swam here. And then some of you try to tell me that America is a racist country. Are the migrants aware of that? Because I see 50 Shades of Brown lined up at our border right now.
Anyway, that's all I have for you for this one today. Let me know your thoughts on this in the comments below. Be sure to become a subscriber to this channel if you're not already, and hit the thumbs up button because it really does help me out. If you want to help my channel in other ways, there is a Buy Me a Coffee link in the pinned comment below, and your $5 donation is so truly appreciated, and it helps me create more content to bring to you. Keep it real, guys, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.